What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Millzy, back with Hometown Commander, and we are back for the best part of any Magic the Gathering set release, opening packs. I'm very excited. We got a few things to open for you guys over this week. You'll be seeing videos going up. But today we probably have what I would argue to be the most fun of the things we get to open up, which is 5 Phyrexia All-Be-One collector boosters. The most expensive, the most fun, the most risk versus reward, but I genuinely enjoy collector boosters. There's a lot of fun to be had, and we are looking for a lot of fun stuff, so let's get into it. Now, the one thing that I've seen with the collector boosters so far is that one, they're always an actual mess to get open. But the second is that it looks like we do have some that people are opening that are printed in Japan, and so the order of the cards in the pack is kind of flipped around. So instead of your commons being right after your token, on some of them the big cards, the borderless and all this kind of stuff cards are. So we just need to be a little bit careful here just to make sure. Okay, it is the case. So our packs are flipped, but that's okay. Let's just flip the pack over and we'll go this way. As far as commons and uncommons in the set go, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? What's your favorite commons and uncommons from the set? I have to say, I'm really excited for the Sphere lands. I don't really know if they're going to do anything good for us as far as the Commander format goes, but I think they could be interesting. We have a little bit of Sphere support. I don't know if we're going to see more of it, but I feel like we could. There could be some good things that come across for the Spheres. I am looking for a few commons and uncommons for my Vishgraz list. You could see that on the channel. One of my first brews I did for Phyrexia All-Be-One that I'm very excited for. There we go. We have the Phyrexia Nice full art lands. These are pretty cool. I think they're the art is fantastic. It almost looks like some of that wood carving stuff they did for Kaldheim, and I really like that. All right, we should be getting into our good stuff now. Archfiend of Dross is our foil rare. We've got the Monumental Facade, kind of an interesting card. I'm not really quite sure on some of the Sphere lands. Like, I really see the use of like Mirrex and some of the other ones, like Mycosynth Gardens and that kind of thing. But I don't know about the Monumental Facade. I haven't really seen a good spot for it yet. Mirage Mockery is our commander card. Kind of wish we'd gotten maybe some of that out of the Vishgraz deck, but this card seems kind of interesting as a copy spell. Thrumming Bird. Sawblade Scamp as our showcase cards. We have there it is, the foil, the Step Complete foil Cankerbloom. You're probably not going to be able to see it on camera, but I'll be honest, it does look pretty cool. They have the little Phyrexian symbols kind of on the cards. That's pretty cool. We're going to set that over here. Oh, Vran Executioner Thane as our full art there. I have to say, I really do like this black and white art style. I have to say, I really enjoy it. There's definitely a few rares in the set I'd like to get in that. And then we saw that Blade of Shared Souls. Extended art foil. This is a card that I'm not 100% sure on. I feel like it's going to have some good use cases. Just due to copying is always a really good thing. And so I feel like it could be pretty good. Basilica Shepherd. As far as the commons go, there aren't really anything that interests me there. As far as the uncommons, we got a pair of new aura removal spells in Ossification, and I believe there's a common one, Planar Disruption or something like that. Those are pretty cool. I mean, are going to be very useful in formats like Brawl, and I think some of them might see some play in Commander. There we go. We have a Swamp. Our rare is Ovika Enigma Goliath. Really excited to try out Ovika. That tech will be posted this week. Blue Sun's Twilight. I almost said Blue Sun's Zenith. Blue Sun's Twilight. This card's pretty fun. I think it could definitely have some spots in some decks. Definitely excited to try it out more in Arena than I do in Commander. Geth Summons, there's our Commander card. That one is from the Ixal deck. We have Bladed Ambassador and Urabrask's Anointer. And we have Mirror Convert, that's our Step Complete foil. Interesting, of course, we saw our Mirror Commander in Urtet, so of course there's a couple new Mirror in the set. Kind of interesting. There we go, our first of the Fastlands Sea Chrome Coast. The Fastlands aren't really something I ever considered as far as playing in Commander, but I think I'd still like to collect them. You know, the Painlands, I've always seen their play, like we got in Dominaria and Brothers War, but I think the Fastlands are pretty cool. And then our foil, a Mythic, Solfim, Mayhem Dominus. This is the one that doubles damage, non-combat damage, to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, and that looks pretty cool. Solfim's one of those cards I've been trying to figure out where to play. You know, for example, Mondrak's very easy for me. I play a lot of token decks. I play a lot of token strategies, so Mondrak's the easy one. But I'm very intrigued to see where I can play Solfim. You know, Zofentrell is easy. I play a lot of green creature decks, so that's pretty easy. We got... So it looks like all of my packs look like they're going to be flipped around. I just wanted to check and make sure. So it must be that a lot of these were printed over in Japan, which is great because Japan's been known to have a little bit better card quality, which is pretty cool. There we go. We have a plains. So we've got 2 plains and a swamp so far. I don't believe that you only get Phyrexia, these basics. You can also get the regular ones. I've just basically looked out so far. And there we go. Skrell's Hive, one of the cards I'm looking forward to most. Our little Bitter Blossom, but in white. And there we go, Green Sun Twilight. We have another one of our Twilight cycle. Green Sun Twilight seems interesting to me. It's, you know, it's not as good as a Finale Devastation, but I think it fits that kind of same spot with Green Sun Zenith, where it can get you a lot of good value, depending on what kind of deck you're in. So I think Green Sun Twilight will see its play. Serum Sovereign. Got a Rustvine Cultivator and Bone Picker Scourge and Quick Silver Fisher. Again, I know that this isn't going to show up on screen, but I know I've seen people post videos online of these 7 complete foes. You should check them out. They honestly do look pretty cool. And there we go, a regular Solfim. Makes me want to, you know, play some Mono Red Burn. And our foil is a Blue Sun's Twilight. So we got the Blue Sun's Twilight in both regular and foil extended art. Again, Blue Sun's Twilight, I could see getting some play. And the reason is because when you gain control of a creature, you can choose to gain control of your own creature. And if you do, you would make a copy of it. But I think more often than not, you're going to want to take your opponent's creature and get a copy of it. So you kind of 2-for-1 that. It just depends on what you're putting into X, right? And how much value you get out of it. The cool part about the fact is that it is X or less, so that's going to benefit you from being able to copy it and get more than one thing. It would be a little bit harder, for example, if you had to have exactly X, right? And then targeting would be an absolute mess. Minor Misstep, our pseudo reprint of the infamous Infinite's Modern card, Awaken the Sleeper, and another Plains. So we're just destined to get a lot of Plains. Don't get me wrong with that. Here we go. Blackcleave Cliffs, one of our other Pain lands in the regular foil there. Urabrask's Forge, a card I kind of want to use into some degree. Seems kind of fun. Reminds me a lot of the Goblin Rebel Masters and the Legion War Bosses of the world. Here we go. We talked about him and we got him. Urtet, Remnant of Memnarch, our Mirror Commander. I think it seems kind of interesting, you know, at the beginning of combat, it untaps all your mirrors, so you can use them to, tap for mana, and then once you get into combat, you can untap them. It's all just going to come down to what you can find as your payoffs. Sawblade Scamp. And there we go, Necrogen Raw Priest, a card I'm excited for my Toxic deck I've been brewing up. And our Step Incomplete foil is a Kaya Intangible Slayer. And that is the alternate art, the manga style art that they did for it, and that is pretty. The Step Incomplete foiling is not as prominent on this one as the other few, but I'm interested to see if Kaya gets any play in Commander. I think it could. It has definitely ways that it could interact. We got Slow Bad, Iron Goblin, and our rare is a Graz Unstoppable Juggernaut. The card that I have to say, this art is to me the most anime art they have. I think this just feels like this is right out of a page of a random novel I'd pick up at a store. I'm not sure if Graz will get much love outside of that, other than basically making any creature you want into juggernauts. I'm just not sure if Cole is the colorless color typing is where you want that to be. But I like the idea of Graz. I hope that it works out well. I hope that it people enjoy brewing around it. It's just not something that I have much want to brew around. So, but that's okay. All right, getting into our last pack magic, hopefully. But I think we've done pretty well so far. I would have liked to have seen a Mondrak or a maybe even Mommy come out in this pack, but that's okay. All right, there we go. On our final pack, we got a normal panorama land, a mountain there. I do kind of like that they changed the logo down to the bottom left instead of being floating right here. I think it gives you a little bit more of the art on the land, which I really appreciate. We got Malira, the Living Cure. Another Blue Sun's Twilight. So we're just going deep on Blue Sun's Twilight, I guess. Hopefully it works out well for me. Norn's Decree is our commander card. Pretty cool card there. Trying to convince our opponents not to attack or attack other people if possible. And our step incomplete this time is Necrogen Rot Priest. Pretty happy about that. This is a card I was looking for, not only in the showcase frame, but I do like that it's the step incomplete version there. That'll be going right into the deck I'm building. All right, we got a Borderless Blackcleave Cliffs. That is our one of our other painted lands. We've seen 2 of them in Borderless in this opening. And our final card, a Razorverge Thicket, a 3rd pain land in foil. Now, the interesting thing this time around would be, with the pain lands, those were from Dominaria United and Brothers were, these were lands that had come in mostly every, pre-con deck, right? They were just reprinted in this Borderless style. I'm very intrigued to see how these new pain lands do as far as value goes in both in Standard. I believe this is the first time these are being printed into Pioneer and Explorer, so I'm sure people are going to be excited about that. So I'm intrigued. I'm hoping to collect all of them. I think they look pretty cool. I don't know really what decks I will use them in, but I definitely would use Razorverge Thicket. I've been brewing a lot of Selesnya decks lately, so that'll be definitely really helpful. But mainly just I'm intrigued to see how these affect our formats on Arena. How do these affect our kind of pseudo modern formats? And then, of course, I can more than expect, we don't know this for sure, but I'm going to make the assumption, just like they did with the Brothers War and Dominaria United, we're seeing 5 of these in Phyrexia LB1, which my guess is going to mean that we're going to see the other 5 of them in March of Machines with this new pretty Borderless art. Let me know, what do you guys think? What did you think of our polls? I think we did pretty okay. I mean, I think there were some things that were good and some things that were bad, but I genuinely love opening up the new sets, and I don't mind spending a little bit of money for the privilege. So let me know what you guys think about the opening, and I will catch you next time.